Hello and welcome to Theme Park Worldwide and the final video in this 5-part series all about different rides, roller coasters and theme parks all opening in 2021 around the world. We started off by talking about those rides in the UK, followed by Europe, then over to the USA, then Asia, and then here we are in the final video of this series talking about them new rides coming to Australia next year. Now it's certainly shaping up to be a really exciting year for theme parks all around the world with lots of new investments. So if you haven't already, check out the previous 4 videos that can be found in the playlist over on our main channel page here on Theme Park Worldwide. But yes, Australia, we're going to start off by talking about a new coaster coming to Dreamworld. Now this is set to be a triple launch roller coaster manufactured by Mack Rides, and it's going to be called Steel Taipan. Now this at first might look like a Blue Fire clone. Of course, Blue Fire was the prototype of these Mack launch coasters at Europa Park in Germany, and that opened in 2009. Since then, Mack Rides have gone on to sell many of that style of coaster, some with the same layout of Blue Fire and others with a different layout. Now, at first you look at a concept image for this at Dreamworld in Australia and you think it's going to be another Blue Fire, but upon closer inspection and of course seeing the official POV that I'll show you on the screen, we can see that it's got so much more than just that, in the fact that it's a triple launch coaster. Of course, Blue Fire only features the one launch forwards. With this, it's actually going to have a forwards launch, it's then going to launch backwards and then forwards again on that same section. So a triple launch coaster. Now yes, most of the layout does resemble Blue Fire, but as we can see, it's going to have this vertical spike. So you're going to get dispatched out of the station, you'll move forward onto the launch track, it'll launch you forward, you'll then launch backwards into the vertical spike, of course, which will be a real good thrill at the start of the ride, and then you'll go into the main launch, of course, that will take you through the rest of the ride. So of course the rest of it from that launch onwards to the brake run is a full circuit. But yes, it's looking really good in terms of the layout. It's the first one to actually look like this with the Blue Fire layouts, with this add-on, so to speak, of the vertical spike. I really look forward to seeing how that is. I do think in terms of the capacity, of course, it's not going to be able to run as many trains as like a Blue Fire clone, because of course, you know, that section of track's being used for that multi-pass launch. However, you know, this park here, you know, it's not like we're talking massive capacity. It's not going to be too much of an issue. It's still a Mack ride. It's still going to run multiple trains and have a good capacity on there, which is brilliant. And I really like the whole theme for this. Steel Taipan, it's based on this venomous snake, and I'm hoping that we get some really good theming around the station area, around the launch tracks. From looking at this, it seems like it's going to be quite well landscaped, but I'm hoping for some nice theming around Steel Taipan as well. But yeah, in terms of the stats on this, 3,937 feet of track. It's going to be 128 foot tall, and it's going to have a 65 miles an hour top speed. Of course, it'll feature 4 inversions on this as well, because as we know, most of the layout is like Blue Fire, other than the fact it's got that vertical spike, but of course that isn't an inversion. Now Blue Fire, I think, is a fantastic ride from Mack Rides. The coaster itself is brilliant. I really like the Mack trains. Their restraint system's fantastic as well, with just a lap bar, very comfortable. So I imagine with this it'll be a great investment for that park. It's great to see some Mack Rides, isn't it, going in over there. Of course, DC Rivals Hypercoaster opened a couple of years ago, you know, and that was a brilliant move for them over at Warner Brothers Movie World. But yes, another Mack ride coming in, and this time to Dreamworld, which is brilliant. What's going to make this pretty special though is the fact it's actually going to have a spinning car on the back of one of the trains. Now this is awesome. We actually saw Mack Rides tease this on their YouTube channel literally just a couple of weeks ago, and now we know that Steel Taipan will have this actually on the back of one of the trains, which will be brilliant. So can you imagine going through the rolling launch, of course the forwards, backwards, then forwards again, the vertical spike with the spinning, of course, like the loop on there is going to be brilliant, all the other different inversions. So you know, I'd love to have done the prototype at Europa Park. Of course, that wasn't open for the public to try. It was just a test from Mack Rides, and I imagine some of the seniors from Europa Park, the Mack family, went to actually experience that. But, you know, it looks brilliant. So this is a must for me to get out there and ride this. Of course, I've been on Time Traveller, which is a Mack Extreme spinning coaster, and one of those is coming to Plopsaland next year in Belgium, and I did cover that in a video earlier in this series. And that's got the spinning car, but of course, that's the full train. With this, all the seats are going to face forwards, and then on the back you've got the spinning car, which is brilliant. And of course, Mack Rides are saying that, you know, other parts could buy this as an add-on if they wanted to. Can you imagine Icon with that on the back? I mean, that'd be something different. I'm not too sure how I'd feel about that, but it certainly had a different experience, wouldn't it? There you go. But yeah, this is Steel Taipan. It's looking really exciting for Dreamworld. They've lost a few rides over the past few years from doing a bit of research. Of course, I've never been there, but I know they've lost a few rides, so it's nice to see that they're putting in a nice big substantial investment that I think will be fantastic. And the fact that it's got that spinning car going onto the back of the train will be really unique, especially from an off-ride perspective as well, just to see how it works. But you know, can you imagine the vertical spike with the spinning? I think it'll be really interesting in all the inversions on there. So I look forward to that. Of course, that Steel Taipan Mack launch coaster, triple launch coaster, in fact, going to be coming to Dreamworld in Australia next year. Right then, let's move on then to SeaWorld, about a new wooden roller coaster that's going to be opening. Now, this looks really interesting because the theme of this looks fantastic. I mean, from the concept art there, yes, you can see this huge wooden roller coaster that's going to be manufactured by Martin and Vlemnik. I really don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I always struggle with that manufacturer because we don't really hear of them that much. Yes, they've done quite a few rides, but not so much that we're familiar with in the UK or even Europe. They're a very, you know, not a very familiar company to say, but Martin and Vlemnik, there we go. That's my pronunciation of it, and it's terrible, but I try my best for you. But yes, it's a wooden coaster, but as we can see in this concept art, look at all the theming. There's like rocks, there's waterfalls coming down there. Looks like some sort of big monster down the side there. Of course, this is Leviathan. It's going to have that sea monster sort of theming around it, which should be brilliant. Now, I'm not too sure how I feel about the name. Now, you've got to think there's already a Leviathan out there. I'm not too keen on parks that are using names of other coasters at their park. I mean, I know it's happened quite a lot with Colossus and stuff in the past, but yeah, you know, I do wish that parks be a bit more creative. Saying that, this does look brilliant, and there's also something really unique about this as well, which I'll tell you about in just a second. But as you can see here from the teaser video, it looks like it's going to be a full package experience that's going to be part of a new themed area that I believe one of the rides has just opened there this week. So let me just talk about those before we go back onto Leviathan itself. So the new area is actually called the New Atlantis, and of course they've got Vortex in there, which is a top spin. As you can see, that looks beautifully themed. It's on a little island with just pathways connecting to it. That's just opened this week, I believe. I saw someone's footage and it looks really good. Then got Trident, which is a star flyer. Now, I know that the park had a star flyer before, but I think this is the bigger one. It's better themed and it'll fit in with that area. So that's Trident. And then, of course, you've got Leviathan, which is the wooden coaster itself. So let's have a few facts, shall we, from what we know about this. 3,280 feet of track. It's 105 foot tall, and it'll have a speed of up to 49 miles an hour top speed on Leviathan. So yeah, you know, it's certainly very interesting to the other Leviathan that I did over in the States last year. But no, in all seriousness, it's great to see all this investment coming to Australia. Never before has there been so much coming into Australia, so it's brilliant. It's fantastic, and I'd love to get out there at some point in the future and go and ride all of these and see the parks for the first time. You know, I really want to get on DC Rivals Hypercoaster. I'd love to ride that. But yes, what's quite special about Leviathan, this new wooden coaster at SeaWorld, is that the back car on the train will actually face backwards on a wooden coaster. That's interesting, isn't it? And I don't think that's been done before, so I'm looking forward to seeing that, a wooden coaster with a backwards facing seats. I imagine it might be a bit uncomfortable, especially in a few years' time, but I suppose if they wanted to, they could just flip it the other way. But what an interesting way to do things, like actually having a backwards seat. And I know DC Rivals Hypercoasters actually had that as well. So is it something with Australia? Do they like sitting backwards on roller coasters? I'm not too sure, but yeah, this is good to see. Leviathan wooden coaster and a themed area coming into this SeaWorld park that looks fantastic. I'm really liking the aesthetic of this whole area. I'm just hoping that we get all the rocks, all the planting, the fountains, waterfalls. It all looks really good in the concept art. Fingers crossed it's going to look like that when it opens next year. But yeah, that's Leviathan. Of course, that's coming to SeaWorld. Up next then, let's talk about Luna Park. Now I actually filmed a video about Luna Park located in Sydney only last week talking about their new additions, but of course it fits into this video as well. So if you want to hear even more details, you can check out the video I put on the channel last week about this one. As it was announced, it was uploaded into our news series playlist here on the channel. But yes, they announced 9 brand new rides, including a couple of new coasters, and one of those going to be known as the Big Dipper, which is the first ever Intamin hot racer, which is basically Intamin's version of a single rail coaster. RMC are the only ones really to have done that before with the single rail concept. Intamin have come in with the hot racer, which is their version, and we're going to be seeing that here. It's also got launches. It's got 2 launches. It's going to have a top speed of 44 miles an hour, 2 inversions on there as well. And the Big Dipper, as it's going to be called, that's sort of a name what used to people knowing at the park from an old ride they had there. So it's nice to think that they've put a new ride in and called it that, and kind of remembering that old ride, but something brand new as well. You know, this big steel coaster with the single rail track. So yeah, I think that's really nice for them. But this is much more than just that one coaster. From the concept art, we can see another little family coaster. There's some of the flat rides, looks like some sort of gyro swing on there. In total, 9 rides. So really, you know, you can see some smaller rides in there as well. They're not all big rides, and the footprint of this park is pretty small as well. So I imagine they're doing the best they can with the space they've got. But still, it's fantastic to see 9 rides. Is a lot in one year. You'd think for investment times, they might have just, you know, split things up over a couple of years. But no, they want to go big for 2021. I think that's the case for a lot of parks, especially with everything that's happened this year. They can go in there with a bang and just open up so much stuff. And that's definitely what they're doing here at Luna Park in Sydney. But yes, of course, we know this new area is coming in, a refurbishment of that whole side of the park, and this new coaster, the Intamin hot racer, which again looks fantastic and I would love to experience at some point in the future. Finally then, talk about another new roller coaster. This is only a smaller investment compared to these other rides, but I like to mention it because it's a new coaster what's going to be going into Aussie World. Now, I was doing a bit of research. I'd never actually heard of this place up until a few days ago when I was planning for this video. And I looked into this place, Aussie World, and I went on their website, went through the attractions. This place looks great. So you've got to imagine this isn't a big, massive, well-known theme park in Australia. It's a smaller attraction. In fact, in terms of coaster, they've just got a Big Apple Wacky Worm coaster at the moment, and a couple of flat rides and stuff, but they haven't got loads out there, but they've got some weird themes with some of the rides. It's like they've got some sort of scare attraction there as well. So this is Aussie World, and they're going to be putting in one of everyone's favourites, a Revachon spinning coaster. But from looking at it, I think it's going to be one of these new generation ones that Revachon released not too long ago, so that should be quite interesting. But that's going to be coming to Aussie World. We don't know the stats, so to speak, but I imagine it's going to be a pretty standard Revachon spinning coaster, one of these new models, so it'd be quite interesting to look at that. But what I also noticed, along with them putting in this coaster, they're also putting in a new flat ride as well, which I imagine is going to open in 2021. It just says coming soon on the website, but this looks interesting. It's SX360. I like the look of this with the theming as well. Looks brilliant. And this is going in a brand new flat ride for them, which looks fantastic. So yeah, you know, it's someone else going in. Maybe there's somebody from Australia watching this. I know a few people from Australia watched my video last week about the new rides at Luna Park. So maybe give us some information if you know a bit more about Aussie World. I'd really like to know, because it kind of seems to me like it's maybe more of a family-owned park, what are investing very slowly in new investments. But I don't know, but I need to do a bit more research. In fact, I'll be doing that after this. But yeah, it just sounds really interesting. I wanted to mention it. So they've got a new spinning coaster from Revachon, and then also this flat ride opening there as well. So there we go. Not as much, of course, going on as in other places, but for Australia, it's a big time for them, for the theme park industry, to be getting all this in one year. It's somewhere we don't really hear about much for new theme park rides, so it's fantastic to see. Of course, it's always great to see brand new theme parks around Europe and the rest of the world, but I'd love to see a new theme park come to Australia at some point. It would be fantastic, wouldn't it, to have a brand new park over there. However, it's really nice to see that they're getting constant investments at the parks they've already got. You've got to think the population's lower than a lot of other countries as well. I know there was talk that Disney maybe wanted to put a park there at some point, but you've got to think about in terms of the capacity that Disney need to actually run their parks at to be able to make a profit. And in Australia, would it get that busy? You know, that's the key to it. So it's an interesting one. However, it's really good to see that the parks, what they've currently got, are investing in new rides. Out of all of these, I'm excited for them all. I think they're fantastic. We've got a nice mix coming as well to fit in with the existing rides they've already got in Australia as well, such as the DC Rivals Hypercoaster, and there's some other great rides out there. So it's really good to see this investment coming in. And of course, I look forward to following them here on Theme Park Worldwide. And that is the end of this series. So I hope you've enjoyed it, learning all about the new investments for 2021. Of course, there may still be some things that are going to be announced for parks. There's some things that haven't been covered in this series that maybe haven't been confirmed for 2021 that I didn't cover. But in general, we've covered all the major things opening around the world, really, in this video series. So check out that playlist on the channel if you've not already seen it. But there we go. That leaves me with one final thing to say. Get out there and keep on riding. See you all in the next vlog.